Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Roundup. We made it about most of the way through the roundup, and let's keep on trucking with the Robby Reyes Ghost Rider special. So, back at the end of Jason Aaron's Avengers run, about a couple years ago, I think. Robby Reyes basically sacrificed himself to keep the God Quarry closed, or to prevent Mephisto from destroying existence, basically. It wasn't so much a heroic sacrifices. He gave his life to this, but he basically just had to stay inside the God Quarry. So anyways, this special presents three stories. Ofrenda, The Wolves and Sheep, and A Phantasmic Roller Derby Adventure. So first off, Ofrenda. Captain Marvel and Captain America show up at the Reyes family home. The situation is that at 5:30 in the afternoon, officers knocked on the door of the residence in response to noise complaints from the neighbors. They were informed by a digitally altered voice from behind the door that Gabriel Reyes, Robby's brother, was being held hostage, and the hostage takers would only negotiate with Cap and Cap. So, Steve kicks in the door. The digitally altered voice was, and basically it turns out that Gabe kidnapped himself, but he's kind of made something of a shrine. And he talks about how he misses he misses Robby, and it's hard. He can't even read the comic that he likes anymore. Ninja Wolf. He just keeps singing, "Bro, sheep Bob's dead weight. Just drop him and get on with your life." But and then the tribute that Gabe has made to Robby is seen by Carol and Steve, and Steve says that Robby would have loved it. The God Quarry, Robby's trying to fix the engine up, rebuild the engine of the Hell Charger, when it suddenly comes to life. And Gabe's Sheep Bob figurine is inside the car. Robby says that he'll find his way back to Gabe. He promises. And at the Reyes family house, Sheep Bob's gone. Next story, of wolves and sheep, kind of goes in while Robby is chasing down someone in a very fancy-looking sports car. They go through a portal, but Robby's about Gabe talking about sheep Bob or Ninja Wolf. But inside the portal, the car that Robby's chasing is kind of become something of a demon, and Robby ends up driving through its head, but with a trick. The driver goes after Robby, and Robby's love for Gabe is able to overpower the demon, and then Robby's able to use his chains to squelch the demon. And when Robby returns home, he presents Gabe with a copy of Ninja Wolf. Our final story, a phantasmic roller derby adventure. Gabe, Robby and Gabe's girlfriend are at a roller derby show, but apparently hellhounds have popped up, and someone actually tries to does something to take care of him. A ghost skater. I mean, it's basically a ghost rider with roller skates. And using basically barbed wire as a chain. But Phantasma. So Phantasma and Robby team up, stop the Hellhounds. Phantasma seemingly goes into the portal and seemingly sacrifices herself to shut the portal, while Gabe maintains Robby's secret identity and tells him about what went on. Elsewhere, in a locker room, apparently Phantasma was supposed to be playing the roller derby, but she had a panic attack, which caused the portal full of hellhounds to show up. And as the issue ends, she claims that she thinks she's definitely cursed. As she looks in the mirror, and, well, hard to say otherwise with her reflection. But Phantasma will return at some point. As for Robby Reyes, well, we'll find out. Hopefully, he will. It's a good one shot. I do miss Robby. It's nice having Johnny back, but it's not the same. It'd be nice to have Robby and Johnny and Danny, and that's pretty much all the modern Ghost Riders that are active at the moment. So it'd be nice to have them back in a book, working together. Anyways, on to our next book. We've got the Immortal Thor, number 16. Thor has been through the ringer lately, and most recently he made a deal, not made, and agreed to hear out a request of Amora, the Enchantress. She wants her son returned from Valhalla, and she figures that Thor owes for that because at the time of his death, Thor was the Allfather, and well, Amora's son. He didn't show up to help Amora's son, Asgardian. So the issue opens with basically talk about gods, and not just like gods like Thor, and but also what are perceived to be gods. But this is shown with the original Human Torch. In the present, Dr. Chen Lu, the radioactive man, is arriving at the airport. A driver from Roxxon, hired by Roxxon, who he gets to joke with, takes the opportunity to joke with. On the Rainbow Bridge, Sif and Thor are talking, and namely about Amora's request. And the fact that he is wearing his new belt, Yogjord, the belt of endurance, to clear his head on Midgard. And he's hoping to take care of his recent Midgardian troubles. So he arrives in New York City. However, he's immediately placed under arrest, and Dr. Liu shows up. Often take him into custody, as Chen Lu was a Thunderbolt, and Thor is a superhuman, so it's in his jurisdiction. But his ID card is out of date by a few years. The responding officers kind of hint that maybe Dr. Liu should turn off his radioactive aura, though if he's not glowing, well, they're already dead. Thor punches Chen Lu across town of Brooklyn, and Dr. Liu has allies. Mr. Hyde and King Cobra, who keep Thor on the ropes. However, Dr. Liu has one more additional ally provided by Roxxon, the Grey Gargoyle, who turns Thor to stone, with the exception of his belt. And Grey Gargoyle says, "Yeah, that's not supposed to happen." So he can only keep Thor as turned to stone as long as he's in physical contact with Thor. And so Mr. Hyde shatters Thor. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. It was nice to see Chen Lu. It always saddens me with the fact that my first exposure to Chen Lu was Radioactive Man was in the Page of Thunderbolts. He was a member of the Thunderbolts and something of a hero. Since then, Um, ac- since Dark Ra- from the end of Secret Invasion onward, though, his time of heroism has basically been forgotten, at least by writers. And he's usually portrayed as a villain. It'd be nice to see him have another face turn. Moving on though to our last book for the moment, we've got Daredevil number 14. Where we left off, a devil was stalking. A devil, not Matt Murdock or Electra Nachios, was stalking Hell's Kitchen. And it seems Matt believes that it's related to the missing charge at St. Nick's. So the issue opens with Daredevil in the roof of a church, conferring with the Cross. He's leaving the priesthood. He checks in at St. Nick's to make sure everything's okay. A door is being repaired after the creature that attacked recently, but he has no leads on Jason, the missing child. However, he does find a few members of the Heat robbing a pawn shop. Apparently, the Heat's no more. They've disbanded after Fisk's discovery of faith after being exercised by Daredevil. But Matt's staying at a cheap hotel. He talks with Elektra comes to visit, but she doesn't want to touch him. He apologizes for his actions, and she says that she's hired a PI to find the missing child. Old school person, the kind of. But and she's lost contact with him. Her searching has turned out nothing but rumor. People are saying that a monster is stalking the streets, claws and fangs and all. And Elektra tells Matt that there's no we between him and her. It took everything she had to face that, and now it's Matt's turn to do so. In the morning, apparently members of the Magi are attacking members of the Heat. There's one survivor at the moment, and Daredevil saves him. Asks if the guy's seen Jason, the kid, but then asks about turning into a monster roaming the streets. But he's actually heard something about that. The issue ends with a shot of the PI that was hired by Elektra. It's very bloody and dead, and holding a picture of Jason. So Daredevil's going to fight him a monster pretty soon. Good issue. As much as I like the idea of Daredevil and Elektra being together, at this point in time, Electra's right. Matt just basically said, "Oh well, I'm back, so and try to lead a dual life as both Father Matt and Daredevil, and tried to pick things up with Elektra to a point where they left off." So yeah, she's right. Anyways, that's do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is big shout out to Patreon patron Red Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.